Creatures of the night, it's your girl Tati. Let's talk about Ring of Honor. We are probably at our last episode in terms of the tapings that they've had in Arlington. They were able to do what, like 4 or 5 weeks of tapings, and they've all been like 2 hours. So that's to let you know how long I sat through all these tapings. Like, I'm telling you, like 8, 9 hours total, maybe. Sitting through these tapings. Other people were tired, some people up and left, but your girl was there from the beginning to the very motherfucking end. Y'all know I love pro wrestling. Let's talk about this episode. We started off with a Proving Grounds match for the women's title. We had Aaliyah versus our minion overlord, Athena. I thought this was a really great match. You guys know Proving Ground matches, you have to last 10 minutes or be able to have the champion be pin them or have them submit. You guys know that's definitely not happening. But I will say this match was pretty good. There was a couple of times where it seemed like it got a little slow. But I really did enjoy the fact we got a chance to see an indie wrestler doing their thing. And I really like her. Aaliyah James, I think, really, really talented. And it's not just this match. I think throughout a lot of the tapings, but especially with this taping today, we got a chance to see a lot out of these indie wrestlers. And I think that's really, really important. And a lot of people don't commend Tony Khan too much about this, is that AEW, they do allow people to come in on a weekly basis, people from local towns that they go to be able to get a little bit of TV time. Sometimes it don't seem favorable, but they're happy when they get a chance to be able to be in front of a huge audience. And I've liked what I've seen with a lot of these wrestlers that are in the Dallas area. So kudos to Tony Khan for giving him the opportunity. Our minion overlord ends up taking the win. And what I really thought about during this match was there's just no freaking way that Athena will not be at All In next year. All In will be in Texas next year. And they love her. They don't care what Athena does. Athena obviously being from Texas. They don't care what she does. Good guy, bad guy. They will cheer for her no matter what. If she's not on that pay-per-view, Tony Khan, baby, I would be fearing for your life. For real this time. Because there's just no way that I can't imagine that not happening next year. After she takes the win, she decides that she's going to still keep beating up on Aaliyah. But then here come our living dead girl, Abaddon, who comes out. And this time, Athena doesn't run. Athena ends up giving her elbow to the face. And Abaddon is not fazed by it. And they're getting into it. Athena gets out the ring, and then she's running around the ring. And Abaddon just about to catch up with her. Then here comes Billy Starks hitting Abaddon in the face with the title. Now, when she hits her in the face with the title, she drops the title, and then Lexi near picks it up. And then Athena happens to look at that time and see that Lexi has a title and thinks Lexi was the one who hit Abaddon with it. And I was just dying because Billy wants to take credit. It hasn't been pretty for Billy lately. Like, we not feeling her, and she's not liking it. And once again, Lexi's getting all the praise and glory for not doing a damn thing. Obviously, we are getting ready to see Athena versus Abaddon at some point. Not sure when. Title, I'm sure, will be on the line, but the pay-per-view itself, Final Battle, is in December. That's way too long for us to wait to see a match like that. After this, we have Sydney Akeem, all right, making his debut in Ring of Honor against Johnny TV. Ty Valkyrie out there. Billion times they shoving their throats down each other's mouth, or their tongues down each other's mouth. And I have to say, I enjoyed this match until one of the scariest bumps I've seen in a really long time. If y'all thought that Poison Rana was bad, that William got from Pac last night on Dynamite, this one right here was scarier. So, Sydney is laid out by the corner of the ring, and you guys know Johnny does the Starship Pain, and he goes for the Starship Pain. And if y'all didn't see it, I hope I'm describing this in the best way I can. When he does the Starship Pain, he's supposed to land on them, right? But instead, Johnny lands on top of his head as if he gave himself a DDT. And what I can't stress this enough. For those of us who were there, The whole crowd just gasped, like, holy shit, is he alive? It is very bad. And honestly, I thought because of that, they probably would not show that match because it was very nasty. He could have broken his neck. So when they showed the match, it doesn't look like he's laid out too long, but for those who were there, he was laid out for a while. The ref checked on him, make sure he was all right and everything. Like, he just didn't move for a little bit. And I was just like, oh my God, please be okay. Please be okay. But on the taping, it doesn't look like that. I think they cut and spliced it up so it doesn't look as bad as it actually was if you were there. Johnny was able to continue the match and end up taking the win. Very scary bump. I don't even know how that happened, to be completely honest with you. But I hope he was okay. Johnny was one of the wrestlers that I've seen the most throughout those weeks that I've been, or through all those shows that I've been through. He was there the most wrestling. And, you know, I'm sure he was tired, and it just got to that point where he just lost his balance and somehow landed on top of his head. It was really nasty, but overall, still a really great match. After this, we had Lance Archer, who could not wait to get in the ring to beat up his opponent. So he ends up beating him up from the back and taking him to the ring and ends up winning like a minute later. I don't care for this. I don't understand why they keep doing this with Lance. It's just like, this guy's a monster, and he is in a group with the Righteous, and there's so much potential in terms of stories that we can get out of a unique group like this. And then speaking of stories, after every match was pretty much an all-out commercial. Then, you know, talking about All Out is on September 7th, we know. And then also, you know, showing a couple of clips from All In. I mean, I get it, but it almost has nothing to do with anybody on that damn show, to be completely honest with y'all. And for me, I was just like, I wish y'all would do this once a week, at least on one of the damn shows. But shit, fucking Rampage, put a Ring of Honor commercial so that people can actually see that the Honor Club is still going and somebody might want to purchase a subscription. It's just seeing these same commercials after every match was getting really, really annoying to me. And I felt like that's time that could have been used on promos and video packages, vignettes and shit like that. And unfortunately, it was just nothing but commercials about shit that we've been seeing all week anyway. But moving on. Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty back there last week, and Helico said, Lee Moriarty, I want that damn title and I'm gonna whoop your ass for it. And Shane Taylor responded, and he said, sure, come get it, bitch. But while you're there, make sure you protect your neck. We're gonna get that for the main event. Up next, we had Mina Shirakawa versus Rachel Ellering. Oh my God. Y'all know how I feel about Rachel. I almost want to give her a call and just say, Rachel, girl, you need somebody you need help. Oh my God. Mina. Okay. While I think that their match was decent, Mina outshines her. When I tell you, Mina got a really infectious personality, apparently not infectious enough for Rachel Ellering, but she has a really infectious personality that people absolutely love. And I feel like when she get in the ring with majority of people, she just takes the spotlight, you know what I mean? And I felt like that necessarily did not help Rachel or whatnot. Rachel, I think it might be a little controversial to be talking about people's weight or whatever. I think she may be losing weight. And with that being said, her gear is not fitting properly and is so distracting that she keeps fixing her gear throughout the entire match. Girl, let's get it together. If you need help, give me a call. Mina ends up taking the win. And, Mina, being friendly, going to shake her hand and everything and raising her hands and everything. And here comes Taya Valkyrie, who attacks Mina and also attacks Rachel. But then she stands tall in front of Mina. I guess she wants to have a match with her. I'm cool with it. And Taya Valkyrie, I could never wear that outfit that you were wearing, but Lord have mercy, she is just, oh my God. Everything is just right. Just right. Johnny, you're a lucky man. Now after this, we do have Top Flight Action Andretti versus the Ace of Space Academy. This was a great trios match. We did have our girl, Layla Gray, who was out there. And I really did appreciate her being out there. They were not wearing them god-awful, with the pilot suits that they've been wearing. It's hideous. It's hideous. I know what they're going for, but it's hideous. Great trios match. Very, very predictable in terms of who's going to take the win. But this is one of those situations where we got a chance to see this other trios. And they've been on the show before. We got a chance to see them actually do something. It wasn't like a squash where they were just getting their ass whooped. They got a chance to perform, and that I can appreciate. After this, we had, well, y'all already know, Top Flight, Action Andretti takes a win. And I don't know what we're doing with our boys, to be honest. No trios in their future, no tag titles of any sort, whether it's Ring of Honor, AEW. I just don't know what we're doing with them. I'm so sorry to say. I do feel like 6-man tag titles could be going through this group, or the trios could have gone through. Well, you know what? Well, yeah, it could have gone through them. I have no clue what we're doing with this group, and I hope things change soon. After this, we have EJ Nduka versus Demo Diamond. This was finally EJ in the ring with somebody who's almost his height, not necessarily built the same way, but they look like he looked like a match up for him in terms of similarities. So that was great to see that they were able to find somebody who looked like they could match up with EJ. EJ, he has this look that I really, really love. He has this really strong presence. Where when he's in the ring, like you have to be focused on him. You want to see what it is that he can do. Very strong. He's a powerhouse for sure. I want to see him featured more. And who knows, maybe another half a year or so, maybe even more, we could probably see him in a world title match. You know, he is definitely, I think, capable. I remember seeing him in dark matches like a couple of years ago in AEW and just thinking, oh, okay, he looks cool. We'll see what happens. But here we are, and I feel like they were really taking him more seriously at this point. So EJ ends up taking the win. I just want to see more. I want to see bigger and better things. Let's see what he can do. After this, Rachel Ellering, she back there and Harley Cameron tearing her ass up in a promo. Well, it wasn't that great, but she was talking shit about her. Whatever. I'm over it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be these two girls in the ring at some point. I'm not going to act like I care. We had Evil Uno versus Jacoby Watts. Jacoby Watts is basically telling Evil Uno to join his little cult. And I'm just like, you know what? I can totally understand. Like, if it was me, I'd be telling people to join my coven, and whoever wants to join, there's limited room parking available. So see what y'all can do. Evil Uno just don't really care. He said something. He said he's a one-man cult, which was interesting. Because I was like, but ain't you with Alex Reynolds and them? Like, what do you mean by one-man cult? Whatever. Somehow Evil Uno takes the win. It was whatever. I think Jacoby has a very interesting character, and I would have gone all out with it. I would have gone crazy as fuck with this character, and for whatever reason, somebody over there in Ring of Honor is just like not seeing what I'm seeing. Josh Woods, after this, he has a match with Barrett Brown. And this was a squash, but Josh Woods is just so beautiful to look at. He's a technical beast. And unfortunately, I feel like we don't get a chance to see him at his best. So Tony Khan, we're going to have to do something about that. I'm not feeling it at all. Up next, we had Ladies in Action, Layla Gray versus Promise Braxton. This was definitely one of the better matches of the night. They got these ladies doing their thing. Layla Gray in that group with the Action Andretti Top Flight, her gear is superb. That, well, you know what? A woman could get anything to look good, but still, what they're doing in terms of how they're supposed to look as a group, she is doing the damn thing, and I definitely love her look. Really great match with Promise Braxton. If you guys haven't seen her, you can see a lot of her stuff. She's been all over the place. There's just no way some of you guys probably have never heard of her. Really great match. Action Andretti Top Flight, they ringside, you know, Action Andretti over there wearing Layla's little flight attendant hat or whatever. He said too big for it. Really great. And I was just like, look, with the ladies, I don't want to see squash matches because they don't, in my opinion, have enough TV time. Usually within the AEW shows, they get one match a night. But on Ring of Honor, especially for this episode, they let all the ladies cook tonight, and I absolutely appreciate that. Definitely, I would say to check this match out. Layla Gray ends up taking the win. I would love to see more of her. She did win a bodybuilding contest about a week ago, so congrats to Layla. Definitely want to see more of her in the ring. After this, we had Blake Christian going against Rosario Grillo. And this was more of a squash. But Blake Christian, he is a no-nonsense type of guy. He's like, look, I'm in Texas. I got things to do. I got places to go. I'm going to make this quick. And he makes it quick. And he ends up taking the win. I love that. I am a no-nonsense type of girl. So I'm cool with it. But a little bit over the squash matches. This guy's a tremendous wrestler. And when you put him in squash situations, people miss out on how great he is. Now on to one of my favorite matches this week. Dare I say, Arya Davari versus Ishii. I mean, obviously I saw this match a couple of weeks ago, but just watching it again and being able to see it like how people see it from TV, it was really, really great. I enjoyed this. Ishii, I don't think he gets enough credit. He is a really great worker. Arya Davari looked really great in this match. I really enjoyed this from the beginning to the very end. Mark Sterling ringside, minding his business almost, and obviously trying to get involved, end up getting hurt. You know I'm going to side for the heels. I'm going to make excuses for them. Really great match. For the most part, we had Arya, who was focusing on pretty much breaking Ishii's hand, and no matter what he did, he was stomping on his hand, throwing them fingers back and everything, and that obviously was making things a little bit more difficult and challenging for Ishii in the match, but he ended up pulling through. Lord have mercy, thank God no other members of the conglomeration end up coming out, because I don't want to see these guys. I don't want to see them. It's bad enough that we see them on Dynamite, Rampage, Collision. I don't want to see them on Ring of Honor. And then when I think about it, Ishii, one of the hardest workers this whole summer. He's literally been on all the shows, Rampage, Dynamite, Ring of Honor, Collision. You know, he's been booked and busy, and I absolutely appreciate all the work that he's put in. And y'all saw that match with him and Hangman. They were not playing last night. So much memes came out of that match. Really great effort from Ishii all summer long. He ends up taking the win. I'll be surprised, but Arya Davari looks amazing here. Definitely check this match out. Now for our main event, the pure titles on the line, we had our boy Lee Moriarty versus Angelico Serpentico. He ringside. He over there, just cheering on his boy Angelico. Another really great match worth watching, I think. We had Shane Taylor, who's ringside. He did confirm last week that he had a shoulder injury, and once he's all healed up, Pastor Briscoe, don't get comfortable because he's coming for that title. Really, really great match. And Angelico, I think this might have been, maybe if it's not his first pure match, I think it is his second pure match. And I don't think it showed too much. Lee Moriarty, he's more of a technical wrestler, so this is way more in his element, and he's done plenty of pure matches. But Angelico, although he looked great, this was a little not so much in his element. Lee Moriarty retains the title. We knew that was going to happen. Man, I had been wanting Lee Moriarty to get this title for the longest, and God came through, and he ended up retaining, and everything was good after the match in terms of nobody jumped anybody, nobody got involved. This was a pure match with just two guys going at it, and I really enjoyed it to end off the show. Like I said, I think this might have been the last of the tapings from Arlington. So from here, I don't know where else they've been doing tapings or whatever, but the vibe has been really, really great this past month or so with the Ring of Honor tapings, and I've absolutely enjoyed attending them, and I enjoyed watching them back. And man, there's just so much wrestling going on, not just within AEW, but just all over the world, more and more wrestling, and I couldn't be happier. That's all I need in my life. Who needs a man when you can just watch good-looking men wrestle? Guys, thanks so much for watching my review. I will be back tomorrow with Rampage, and also live streaming New Japan Capital Collision, and then doing a review on Capital Collision. Your girl is busy, and I like it. I'll see you guys then. Bye.